currently in Budapest. As I understand, you're shooting a film with Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis. What's it been like working with those two?
It's been amazing, man. You know, we got an amazing cast. We're shooting Borderlands, which is an IP that's has an amazing following of millions on millions. Director Eli Roth, Lionsgate's the studio behind it. You know, Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, myself, Jack Black. I mean, God, we got so many more. It's truly one of these situations where you stumble into an opportunity that could progress into being super, super big. You know, this is something that could easily go into part two, three, and beyond because of the world that we're playing in and the creativity within the space. So it's dope. It's something that's once again gonna throw my audience for a curveball. I'm excited. Action on action. I'm responsible for the action in the movie.
What's the premise?
It's a game. You know, it's based off of a video game. So it's about the travel within planets and a search to find an individual that possesses the powers of being the quote unquote special one, you know. And in finding this particular individual, you can use their powers that they have to open up what's considered to be this magical thing called the vault, which so many people have been trying to get into for years. But to do it, you know, you have to have the keys to go and get it done. And it's about searching for those keys, searching for the individual. And that's the story in a nutshell. But a band of misfits are kind of put together by accident, and when they're put together, they don't want to leave each other's side and end up fighting against the quote unquote bad people that live in between these planets. So it's like sci-fi, but it's really good. It's grounded within that space as well. Think Fifth Element. Think along those lines. Yeah.
You continue to stretch your legs. I mean, let's talk fatherhood for a moment. Here's a film where I think a lot of folks are going to watch this, and they're going to say, oh, that's not the Kevin Hart I know. Like, we're used to Kevin Hart making us laugh, and not to give away too much, this is Kevin Hart in a completely different light. How hard was it to make the turn?
You know, it wasn't hard at all. I think there's no mystery from me to myself about what I'm capable of doing, especially in the space of acting. I know that I have range. I know that you know, I got a lot of diversity. So it's all about the projects. You know, when the right projects come along, if it's time for you to make those transitions, then of course you take it and you do it. The upside was when I felt was the right time for me to step into the direction of dramedy, and I had great company in doing so. And after that, it was like, okay, that was good. I need to find something on this level or better. And the next project that was brought up was Fatherhood. Marty Bowen had a script, brought it to me and my company at Heartbeat, and you know, we were blown away from day one at Matt Logan's story. And when I found out that it was true, that's when it was like, okay, this could be it, because you're not only doing a project that's good on paper, you're doing a project that you would have to be good at and stay true to because it's real. That was enough for me. You know, when I got his reason, Matt was like, this is an opportunity to not only share my story, but bring light to a thing that happens that people don't really know happens often. And you know, his journey from pain to happiness is one like no other. So my respect level went through the roof, and my appetite for a meaningful piece of material went through the roof as well. So everything lined up, man. Paul White's great director, met with him. And then the Obamas came in as producing partners as well. I mean, all of the boxes were checked that said go.
Your buddy B.O., as you call him.
Yo,
Uh,
B.O.
what was it like working with B.O. on a project like this? Would he call and give give some tips, some feedback? What do you say? Hey, Kev, I think maybe we should do this and not this.
You know, the thing about having good producing partners is producing partners knowing their roles and, you know, where their value is, right? And the value and promise in having the Obamas and their company as producing partners is them understanding a good IP, a good piece of content with strong substance and great meaning that could do nothing but spread a positive, needed message in today's time and in our culture, right? You know, you're talking about a black man on the big screen playing the role of a father in a positive light. Uh, I don't think I need to say it, but it's not something you see often, right? You don't see it in a positive light often. We're crackheads, we're in jail, out of jail, we're missing, we're a discovery at the tail end of a life. It's never truly a story that's like from beginning to end, one that you follow and one that's uplifting. So in this case, I felt that there was a need and real want behind the message that was being delivered. And you know, without putting a stamp on the race card, it's visual of this being an opportunity to change the narrative that I feel desperately needs to be changed. So the Obamas got that, and he said this is a great opportunity to uplift black fathers and black men, and you know, give a nod to those that are embracing fatherhood, and maybe a little nudge to those that aren't correctly. You know, so we were lucky to have him to be a part of it. Once again, everything kind of lined up, and all the right boxes were checked.
Amen to that, Kevin Hart. Amen to that. How did you figure out how to cry on cue for the film?
I mean, you're pulling on emotional strings. You know, it's a heavy story. It's a heavy story. When I first read the script, honestly, I teared up in the first 30 pages. You know, when what happens, it got to me because it's like, damn, you know, this is the happiest day of you and your wife's life, and you know, 9 months have been spent looking forward to this particular day, and on this day to have something tarnish that or be taken, it's that's tough. That's tough to process. That's tough to register. And those that have had that happen to them, my prayers and condolences go out to them, because I couldn't imagine. I really couldn't imagine. So it was putting myself as deep into that as I possibly could to help me get the emotional response that I did. And you know, it also helps when you have an amazing cast around you. You know, I mean, I'm with Alfre Woodard, and it's. I mean, you're talking about the cream of the crop, the best of the best. So you know, those emotions come out more when you see other people putting those emotions on display at the thought of. So your game is raised by your surroundings.
And you obviously are a father of four yourself. How did you draw on your own experiences with fatherhood for the role?
That was my cheat sheet. You know, a lot of the stuff that I was doing, I had already experienced, right? So it wasn't like I was playing in a heavy false pretense for some of the stuff. Like I have four kids, and I'm on all different ages across the board. So you know, being able to be hands on, being able to be a part, I know where the nervousness comes from. I know where the confidence comes from. I know where the fear comes from. I've been there. You know, I've truly lived in it. I had to find comfort and discomfort at one point in being a father, and I think so many other fathers do as well. It's just about acknowledging that, understanding that, and being true to that. And I was able to do that. I was able to take that ammunition that I had and apply it to this particular movie, and it worked. You know, I think it really worked in my favor, and it shows on the big screen.
What's been the hardest part of being a dad? What do you struggle with the most?
Hardest part of being a dad is the feeling of, am I doing a good enough job? Well, it's not a struggle. I think that's the wrong word. It's a thought that's always in the back of your head.
Okay.
Because as your kids get older, the real world is magnified, right? And you can protect all you want. You can pamper or do your best to do and take care of, but ultimately, that kid has to go out into the real world and experience life on their own. So with that thought in the back of your head, it's one of, did I do a good enough job to prepare? Are they ready? Are they capable? Are they going to get eaten alive and spit back out into reality? It's like these are the things that you have tug of war with, right? So my daughter's 16, my son's 13, about to be 14. My youngest son is 3, my daughter's 8 months. So, once again, I'm very much spread out, but still I got a 16-year-old, right? 18 is right around the corner. Am I doing a good job as a father? Am I present? Am I honest? Am I open? We're close. Are we close? Like it's something, and I think that's what keeps you. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you on your feet, and it keeps you in a position to always push and want for more, and that's within a relationship.
You've been in the game a long time as a dad, as you pointed out there. You had a child during a pandemic. How was that?
Low PD, low pandemic, baby. Uh, Look, it's amazing. Being privileged to bring a child into this world, that's a blessing within itself. It's unfortunate that the times were what they were, but a blessing is a blessing, and I'm not going to take it as anything other than that. My little princess, we got a new boss of the household, and I love that there's always a changing of the guard. Everybody's had an opportunity to wear that hat, that boss hat, and right now Ori has it. Got me wrapped around a little finger. Starting all over. Once you thought you were closing, they were getting out the house, and then I went in and put 2 more in there, and I'm right back at the starting line. So it is what it is, man. I love it. I enjoy it. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
How have you changed as a dad? I mean, when you started, you were much younger.
Yeah, yeah. 41, about to be 42. You grow.
Yeah.
I mean that's the great thing about life, right? You grow as you go. So I'm very much happy into the man that I've become. The man who I was, I'm very much happy that I was that man, that I did the things that I did and got to experience a lot of the things that I experienced, because without those moments and without those things, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in the position I am now to be poised, polished, you know, mature, just a true adult. And I'm not done adulting. I'm not done growing. You don't get there. The wise are the old, and I truly believe that. There's nothing more refreshing than a conversation with somebody of older age, because there's so much information that comes from that person because of how much they've lived. And what you find is that the information is key to the next wave's success. But sometimes this next wave is a little too stubborn, too cocky, too bullheaded to receive it. At the older age that I am now, I've been in a position to receive a lot of those gems, and I think it truly is the beauty of life to watch time go, but to watch people grow. It's dope as hell to me.
You're a father of 4. It would seem to me, at least, not a stretch to be a father of 5, maybe 6. Have you given thought to doing it again?
Oof. It's been a discussion. I just told you this my baby Ori. Ori's a blessing. I don't turn down a blessing. Now, am I planning for a number 5? No, I'm not. If a number 5 were to happen,
Yeah.
oh man, then oh joy, Oh
Okay.
joy, oh joy. But right now, I think four is a good number. We're in a good place, man. Got some dogs, got some
Yeah.
kids. We're fine. Five. We don't need to push for five. Not right now. I think we're in a good space.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. But I don't run anything. I don't know why I'm talking like I can make these decisions. If my wife decides she wants another baby, I gotta
Oh,
have a baby. Yeah, there is no pushback for me, man. None.
there was the accident a while back, and you suffered a pretty serious back injury. I caught some video online recently. You seem to be back 100%. Saw some video of Kevin Hart in the gym, and it looks like you're training for something.
Yeah, I'm definitely 100% back to myself. Currently in the best shape that I've ever been in. I mean, I got in crazy shape for Borderlands because once again, rolling is the action. I'm all stunts. I'm all my own,
You're doing it all yourself?
I'm doing a lot of that stuff myself. I got a great team. Two great stunt guys, man. Two great stunt guys that have been with me for quite some time. And what we do is we put me in positions to do as much of it as I possibly can. When it gets to be something crazy, my guys step in, but I love to be extremely hands-on and get in there. And I did a lot of training for this movie. So I got down to about, I'll say maybe 10 and a half, 11% body fat
Wow.
and, all muscle, but I've never looked like this. I've never been in this shape ever in my life. This is definitely the best shape that I've gotten in at the age 41 and about to be 42. And I worked hard for it. So I love the results when you put in the effort.
What's left, Kevin Hart? What have you not done yet that you still want to do?
There's so many things in the entertainment space that I've been able to tap into. And what I found is that the more diverse you are, the more you can do and the more you can elevate and create opportunities for those around you. Um, that's what my newfound focus is. That's where my ambitions have rolled over to. So, it's about finding the success and then creating bridges to get other people up here and over here.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.